Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our secondary jazz concert, our secondary winter jazz concert. I'm Sandra Rallo, principal at Saddleton Area High School. And again, I'd like to welcome everybody. I'd like to thank our three directors, Steve Straka, Mike Haggerty, and Adam Tucker. I'd like to thank all of our student musicians for working hard to ensure that you'll be entertained tonight. With that, let me introduce Steve Straka, Indian Crush Director of the Indian Crush Jazz Band. Enjoy.
This is the Indian Crush Jazz Band. The Indian Crush Jazz Band consists of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. They all audition to be in the group. We have our first selection that we're going to do this evening is Feliz Navidad. Many people know that. That's our Latin chart. The jazz bands in the winter and also in the spring, we try to specialize and have the students learn a Latin chart, a swing chart, and a rock chart. So then maybe one day when they come up here, they're prepared for jazz band. Mr. Tucker, we're having problems with the bass amp. Thank you. We've no power. That was Dylan Lobel on alto saxophone, and he just, go ahead, round of applause. And Dylan is just a 6th grader, and he did that, and he just got that solo, what, like a week ago? He's been working on it, but I told him, guess what? You're doing the solo. And he was kind of like, oh, awesome, excellent. It was 7th grade. Sorry, he's in 7th grade. I apologize. After a while, they all seem the same. I mean, I see there's high school students off to the side here, and like I look at them and I still think, oh, I remember when you were in 6th grade. So the next one that we're going to do is called Ye Jazzy Gentlemen. And this one is, we don't have any solos, but I think you will figure out the tune of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. And let's just make sure the rhythm section's ready. You guys good? Can you play a note for me? Awesome. Here we go, Ye Jazzy Gentlemen. Okay, our last one we're going to do. Angels, we have rocked the house. We're going to have 3 soloists. We were going to have 4, but one of our trumpet players, he was sick. So if you come to the Indian Crest Winter Band Concert, which will also be here at Southern Area High School, maybe you can hear that gentleman play. We're going to start out, we're going to have three soloists. We're going to have Darcy Torton Hurley, playing tenor saxophone. This is her dream come true, right? She asked me all last year, I want to play solo, I want to play solo. So here's your chance. Alexis Girth on alto saxophone, you can wave. There you go, okay. And Craig Pierce on trombone. Craig, wave, Craig. He's not gonna wave. Wow. Okay, so this is Angels. We have Rock the House, and also kind of feature our rhythm section, particularly our drummer, Mr. Andrew Thompson, on drum set. So here we go, Angels, we have Rock the House.
This Indian Valley Jazz Band. We have a number of soloists. Justin Stauffer on trombone. Raise your hand, Justin. Abe Lazard on alto saxophone. Bradley Evans on trombone. Sean Mallinson on trumpet. Jason Mashuli on trombone. Nick Mahoney also on trombone. So that is like 4 trombone soloists in one jazz chart. I think we need to call the Guinness Book of World Record for middle school jazz band soloists. There we go. All right. Our next tune is entitled 1-2 Ready Swing. This is the Indian Valley Jazz Band. We rehearse Tuesday, Thursdays before the school day, occasional Fridays, yesterday afternoon. I'd like to thank Mr. Tucker and the high school staff for having us up here this evening. Thank you for coming out tonight. And here we are with our next selection.
nice Latin feel for this evening. Thanks again for coming out. Thank you for your support, the music program, the band program here in Saddleton, and have a great holiday season. Will Johnston, tenor saxophone. Ethan Fraccarelli, drum set. We're the Union Crush Jazz Band. We're the Indian Valley Jazz Band. Have a good evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. In front of you, the Southern Area High School Lab Jazz Band. We are, okay, that's cool. My name is Adam Tucker. I direct both of the jazz bands here at the high school, as well as all of the other bands here at the high school. And the Lab Jazz Band here is made up of every grade level from freshman to senior. And that piece was entitled Gears, and that featured Mr. Colin Schofield on alto saxophone. In addition to Colin, we had a cool little rhythm section breakdown, and that featured our bass player, Andrew Brown, that featured Jessica Wimenauer on piano, and Eric Molyneux on drums as well. And even though she didn't play at that point, Jackie's playing guitar, so just to let you know, she's part of the rhythm section too. So Jackie, there's Jackie. One of my favorite concerts of the entire year is this jazz concert. Just not only just to play jazz, because that's like my lifeblood, but also to hear the great middle school bands with Mr. Straka and Mr. Haggerty, and just realize how fortunate I am to work with these two guys, and I've been working with them for years, and I can see them back there. So, thanks guys. You make it really easy, so I appreciate it. We're gonna continue our set with a piece that I'm blanking. Oh, right, that one. Okay, got it. This is an old jazz standard. It's entitled Sea Jam Blues, but we have found an arrangement that takes it a little bit different, kind of takes it a little New Orleans style. So I hope you enjoy this. Sea Jam Blues, we're actually going to feature Miss Brianna Myers on the piano here. So, Sea Jam Blues. If anybody forgets, I only said it. You have a practice, right? Yeah, okay. I'm not worried. I credit the mere existence of the next song in the jazz program to Mr. Haggerty. And the reason is, years ago, I was all like, oh no, the jazz band, the lab band, we're never gonna play any pop tunes. Why would we ever do that? That's just ridiculous. We're jazz and we're gonna play and then I'm like, well, yeah, okay. Then we played an arrangement of, if you guys remember the song Happy from Despicable Me 2, the Pharrell Williams song, real upbeat, cute song. We found an arrangement of that. And it was awesome and it worked great and Haggerty was like, that was awesome, you should play more pop tunes. So now we play a lot of pop tunes because of Mr. Haggerty. And this was actually a late addition, not the latest addition, but definitely a late addition to our repertoire tonight. And this is indeed Africa by Toto. So, I appreciate the applause. Now they don't really have to do it well. Thanks a lot, guys. That was great. No. Yeah, this is indeed the one that you all know, and it's a really very faithful, fun arrangement of the original with a really cool little solo section thrown in the middle, and we're going to feature Shea Harker on that. So this is Africa. In addition to Shea, we had a nice little drum solo by Eric Maloney back there on the drum set. Sometimes brain functions shut down during concerts, and I totally forgot to actually acknowledge the soloists from the previous tune. That was Colin again on alto sax, and Caitlin Longezel on trumpet. So, sorry about that. The next song, and I hope this next piece looks familiar to a lot of you in this audience, and it is exactly what you think it is. It is indeed the theme song to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, written by the immortal Fred Rogers himself. And I see a lot of heads going, yes, all right. This is a little off tangent. You know, I don't go off tangent ever. All right, one person got that, thank you. There was a documentary that came out over the summer about Fred Rogers. It was actually called Won't You Be My Neighbor? And you know, documentaries usually expose the seedy underbelly, like the dark side of people. No. Fred Rogers did not have a dark side. He was just an all-around good person. And I cried a lot at that documentary. Yes, I did. And it was just awesome because I grew up watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and I'm sure a lot of you did as well. And it's just awesome to see that he really was as good as everybody said he was. So in honor of Fred Rogers, we're going to bring it to you, our arrangement of Won't You Be My Neighbor. In addition to Shea on tenor, that was also, we were introduced to the great theme by Miss Jessica Wimenauer on piano. All right, so the Lab Band, we're going to finish our set up with a nice arrangement of a great old cool jazz tune called Backlash. But of course, before we do that, make sure you stick around because we have the other jazz band coming out right after this. I was going to say I want to see him backstage. I see one of them backstage. That's cool. Okay, that's one. That's cool. He's having a good time back there, too. But I do just have to say, and I'll probably repeat it at the jazz band as well, I love this job because a lot of times, especially when it comes to middle school, elementary school teachers, who I think nothing but the world of because I know how difficult that job can be because I've taught both of those levels. But being up here and teaching a lot of your kids and the level of musicianship that is on display here is just amazing. And I come to work and I get to enjoy it. I get to sit back and enjoy and listen to music and watch them create music. So it's really awesome. So, thank you. And this goes to all of you, for everybody that is here tonight. Thank you for instilling that love of music in your children because, programs are dying all over this country, and luckily we are thriving here at Souderton because of your help. So thank you. So we're going to finish up that, please. Absolutely. Yes, yes. I didn't want to clap because I knew this was going to happen, and it sounds really stupid. Sorry, I apologize. So we're going to finish up with Backlash. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. again, thank you very much. But that was Colin again on alto sax and Laura Kennedy on trumpet there. Oh yeah, we had another drum solo by Eric too. Nice job, man. All right, guys, give us a few seconds. Give us a few minutes. We're going to reset and the jazz band will be out. Thank you very much. I was hesitant to start with that piece. I changed my mind. That's good. We're good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the South Area High School Jazz Ensemble. As you can clearly see, I do not have a good time when I'm doing this at all. That piece was entitled The Jazz Police by a West Coast composer-performer named Gordon Goodwin, and that featured Mr. Henry Price on alto saxophone. And also, as you can see, there was a lot of hard work being done by this great rhythm section. That was a Colin Radcliffe back there on the drums. We had that great catchy lick done by Luke Pagan on piano, Connor Kim on guitar, and Meg Cross on bass. Yeah, that's a workout right there for everybody. So I was gonna say something else. I forgot what it was. I don't know. Well, let's just keep playing. What do you say? All right. Judging by the decor in the back row, you can probably tell we're going to our only holiday-themed piece of the high school groups this year. Sorry. This is an arrangement of God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, mixed with a little bit of We Three Kings. It's entitled Comfort and Joy. It's actually done by a relatively local arranger. His name is Rick Hirsch. He actually is based out of State College, and we have a lot of Rick Hirsch on our plate this year. We're going to hear a lot in the spring as well. So this is Comfort and Joy. Our next selection is, this is just a super fun funk piece written by just a longtime jazz composer named Mark Taylor. The title is Mr. Funky Man. I will not say it as it is in the program. I will not exclamate it because I have a microphone and I'm known to be very loud. So just, Mr. Punky, it's like surprise, I guess. I don't know. I'm not quite sure why the exclamation point is there. But who's playing? Oh, right. We're featuring Henry again. Henry's, I wanted to say it's the Southern Area Jazz Band featuring Henry Price, because we're going to see him a lot, but it's okay. It's okay. You'd see him anyway. He's like 8 feet tall, but it's cool. This is going to feature Henry. It's also going to feature Connor Kim on guitar. So this is Mr. Funky Man. The moment struck me. Sorry.
Thank
I was speaking to this band earlier today. I know that's not unheard of, but there's more. I was speaking to them earlier today, and I am very much of the realization that how fortunate I am with this particular band, because there's a lot of veterans from last year. I think there's like 4 new people that came into the band this year, and that's unheard of. It's just amazing, the retention from last year to this year. Then what I got upset about is then I realized once the spring comes, that means more than half the band is graduating, and I didn't want to think about it anymore. So I shut down a little bit, and but we're going to take the time we have now, and we're going to feature our lead trombone player, Mr. Devin Columber, on one of the greatest jazz pieces ever written. That is not an opinion, that's actually a fact. You're just going to have to deal with it. It is entitled God Bless the Child. This is an arrangement done by the jazz master, Mr. Sammy Nestico. And so this whole tune features Devin. Every section has their own little feature, but it's really Devin's show here. So I hope you enjoy this. And I'm actually not, I'm being serious. We're going to slow it down a little bit. I'm dead serious. This is actually a little bit slower. So God Bless the Child. glory. So, before we play our last tune, I will say I was very anxious coming into tonight's concert for this next piece in particular. Now I got a whole other host of reasons. Woo! This seems like nothing compared to what's happening, so this is great. We played a piece last year by Chicago, the great 70s and 80s rock band. They absolutely loved it, and of course I know a lot of the crowd loved it as well. So I went looking for another Chicago piece. And as far as arrangements go, I couldn't find one. So I did one myself. And that's what you were going to hear. We're going to finish up with an arrangement of the great Chicago tune, Feeling Stronger Every Day. And I arranged it, and this is what I was nervous about. But it's cool, like I said, I don't care about it. Have a good time, it'll be fun, all right? Before we play this, I do want to again thank everybody for coming. And if Harry and Strocker are still floating around, they might have just left with the fire alarm. Please, again, give a huge round of applause to the Creston Valley Jazz Bands. All right, because they were and of course, I would be remiss if I didn't see, also just round of applause for the lap band as well. And of course, thank you to all the parents for all you do, and you make this night possible, and I can't thank you enough. And of course, all my great colleagues, administration, custodians here at Satterton, and of course Tony for getting us all out of the building, getting us out of the auditorium, getting us all back in. So, this is a great situation. We're in a great learning environment, and I hope you enjoy this last piece. And if I forget to say it afterwards, I hope you enjoy your holidays. So here is Chicago's Feeling Stronger Every Day. We're going to see if this works. We're just trying it out. Why not, right? What could go wrong?